Hey, it's Max here from A Better Universe. Now, I always sign off with your mind, body, spirit connection. And today I just want to develop a little bit about what I'm talking about when I say the body. So the body is 72% water. It kind of falls right in line with the earth. The earth is 72% water. I'm not sure on the statistics for the amount of actual earth, but the body is supposedly made up of 12% earth and 72% water, 6% air, 4% fire, and 6% space. Supposedly. I don't really have the science to prove that, but I'll leave some of the links in the description below and you guys can do your own little research and development. But anyhow, if you've read the article that your thoughts and emotions can change the molecular structure of water, then you'll have an idea that your thoughts and emotions can affect the molecular structure of your body, especially if it's 72% water. Water has this enormous memory, and they found that when good intention is placed on water, it forms these immaculate crystals. The only other place that you can find that is when water is flowing in nature, mostly when it's imploding off a waterfall. It has a different feeling to it. They even have done research to show that imploding water, you can use 10% of the irrigation because the molecular structure of the water has changed to such a balanced and beautiful state of its natural existence that you don't need as much water to have the same effect. And then on the opposite side, when people had bad intent towards the water and they froze it, it would form these black clouds, disillusion picture. They look like blob spots your psychologist would show you or something like that. So with that thought in mind, that your thought and emotions can change the water outside of your body, which should give you the idea that it definitely has a big effect on the inside of your body also. And that's something that a lot of Western cultures preach, is that if somebody gives you food or an offering, to not look at the food but look at their face, see what their intent is. If they've blessed the food, that's how you know that it'll have good intentions for your body. It's the whole idea behind a baptism. Somebody's blessing the water and dipping you in there. It's supposed to bless your body. People wait in line in these temples to get just the taste of the water of the divine. That's the idea behind all these religious beliefs and stuff like that. You're not praying to a god. You're not bowing your head for the food that he gave you. You're bowing your head to bless the food that you're about to eat, so that it has good intentions in your body. Now, there's 4 physical elements, and then there's the space in your body. I'm sure some of you are wondering, where do you see fire in your body and space in your body? I'll get into that in a little bit. Just save me a second here. We're still talking about water. So, if your body's 72% water, one of the best ways to cleanse your system would be to eat something that is in high content of water. They say fruits are usually about 90% water, vegetables are about 72 to 75%. So if you want to do cleansing, you probably want to be eating a lot of fruit. If you want to do maintaining of the body, you want to eat a lot of vegetables. And then you got to think that all of this stuff that's passing through you, all this food that you eat, all this water that you ingest, goes in and comes out. It's fleeting. It's always moving. Nothing's ever the same. It's always changing and moving through different portions in your body. But yet we identify with it. We identify with our body and our how much it's become a part of us. The sensations that we feel build these emotions and experiences that we either determine if we like or dislike. That's part of your jailer in your life, is the fact that you're attached to this physical body, something that's forever fleeting, that you've accumulated over time. I mean, it's just water and food and an accumulation of thoughts and experiences that have created who you are. You're not that person. If I take away your arm, I haven't taken away anything. You're still who you are. I've taken away a piece of you, but I have not taken away who you are. So this attachment to the body, this accumulation that you had, is causing you discomfort in your life. That's part of the realization that you have to make if you want a fulfilled and happy life, is that this body and the sensations that it gives you is not who you are. It's just an accumulation of things that you've brought into your life. So moving on, we've covered earth, we've covered water. Let's cover air a little bit. So 6% air, they say, but it's your life force. It's, you cut the breath off and that's it. One breath, you miss one breath and you're dead. It's, you say you love all these other people in your life. You say you can't live without these people. Try living without a breath. That's the hardest. You hold your breath for 3 minutes and tell me that you would rather have that person than breathe. Your love affair should be with your breath. That's what's keeping you alive every moment of every bit of every day. Well, if you could have this love affair with every breath that you take in, and breathe in the potential and feel the energy that it brings your body, if we can have everyone experience that, there would be no need to tell people to plant trees, because they would understand at a more fundamental level that the breath that we breathe in is our life force. And you should have this crazy love affair with something that keeps you alive at every moment of your life. Fire. Let's move on. People say, you don't have fire in your body? I'm not burning right now. But what is your body temperature? 98.6 degrees? Something's keeping that energy building. There's an internal engine creating this heat to keep you at that level. When you work out and you heat up and you sweat and you feel it radiating off of you, all your sensations in your body, the gut feeling you get, that fire you get inside when you want to drive after something. The mind is a fire itself, sometimes uncontrollable. It burns and burns and burns, and it's not always good. You have to learn to control the fire in your mind, in your gut, in your body. Otherwise, you're going to get burned. That's an essential part. It's only 4%. It's a very in-depth 4%, and encapsulates a lot more than all the other elements. It encapsulates more than the other elements in its singularity versus the other ones in their singularity. Moving on. Then you have space. You only need those 4 elements to live a happy life in this physical existence. Those are your physical elements that make up what you assume every day is your life. The next one is space. There's 2 different types of space. There is the space, and then there is with that which is not. I don't really know how to explain it any better than that, but it's like whatever they call that gray matter or black matter or antimatter, that which is not is what part of it is, and then the other half would be the space, like our planets, what they float in. That's all of space. At a molecular level, or at an atom level, you have space between your neutrons and protons, but that space is an energy form almost that keeps everything where it's supposed to be. It's just not nothingness. Part of it is nothingness, but there's an actual measurable force that is inside of that encapsulated area. And same thing with your cells and everything like that. You can this energy and space inside your body will, if you learn how to control it, will make it so you can manifest and do incredible things and live in and see dimensions beyond this existence. If you don't care about these, other dimensions, or this learning to use your energy to control multiple aspects of your life, you don't need this. You can focus on your 4 elements of water, earth, fire, and air, and you can live a happy life once you've cleansed those. Space is just a way to transcend. If Sadhguru talks about how it is a much harder existence to live in control of your physical elements than it is to transcend. You can transcend with 6% of your body. You can transcend all of these physical elements, and you won't have to worry about living a beautiful expression on this world, because you will have seen so many other dimensions and been a part of so much more that you'll be beyond the physical. That's a choice you have to make. It's a different path to take in your yoga, in your union with the earth. There's been multiple studies done to prove that the body and the mind are also in line. You have to think of the intelligence in your body. When you eat something, you might think, if you're an atheist, whatever, but you got to think it's not necessarily a god, but there's an intelligence. If you eat a banana and the banana becomes a human, there's a certain amount of intelligence that's written into genetics and code that we don't even have to think about or process. It just happens automatically. With the planets being in line and circling the sun, if you believe in coincidence, that's great, but there's still some amount of intelligence that's keeping everything on track and in time and spinning in the motion. The coincidence is, you can't have that type of magnitude of coincidence without some structure. Otherwise, there wouldn't be anything. There wouldn't be any order in any part of life. It would just all be a disastrous mess. So they say that there's these nadis all over your body, and that's part of what acupuncture is finding these nadis and releasing the tension from them. But what people don't realize is that is kind of what the form of yoga is supposed to do, is through these postures and holds you align these nadis in your body. And it's not so much that people they don't have the energy, they don't have the release of energy. There's pinpoints all over your body where you can hold this energy, and if there's tension in the body, it doesn't flow directly. All yoga is you're not building this energy, you're almost not even really learning to control it. You're just learning to allow it and make room for it to flow naturally through your body. You have this natural intelligence, and all you have to do is just make the room for it to shine through you, and you can live a happy existence and a life and become more than you ever thought. They say that meditation creates more gray matter in the brain, and space perception and sense perception. That's what the gray matter controls. Don't quote me on that, but that's from my understanding. And it can cause structural changes in the brain through meditation, through neuroplasticity. Now, earlier I talked about the ability to change the molecular structure of water through your thoughts and intentions. So meditation is just a way to change the molecular structure of the elements in your brain to a more perfect state that you are trying to achieve. They say that just your posture affects everything. Sitting up makes you have more positive memories than bad. It gives you confidence. It heightens testosterone and lowers cortisol, just all from standing up straight. It's just an alignment of your bodies and your natural energies when you become in line with the cosmic universe at a molecular and a macro structure. Everything mimics everything else. It from the smallest to the biggest, it's all on the same framework. That's something you have to understand. Just pulling on your ear and pushing your tongue to the roof of your mouth will give you some energy. If you're feeling tired and weak, just give it a try. The body affects so much of the mind and the energy inside of you, and just your thought patterns and everything that encapsulates that, your emotions and your experiences and your past that you interpret into your present moment, all affect your future and what you manifest into your life. They say even we take 23,000 breaths a day, but most of them are shallow. When they teach you meditation or arousal control is how it was introduced to me when I was learning drown proofing. If you have diaphragmatic breathing, where you breathe deep into your stomach and use your diaphragm to pull the air in, it actually activates the vagus nerve, which is right around the heart area, which is your relaxation response. Just breathing fully will put you into your natural state of alignment with the universe. It'll put you into that natural relaxation, and when the body has a sense of relaxation, so does the mind. The mind follows. In the yogic practices, the mind and body are one contained vessel. It's not two separate entities, and you got to think of it that way, because realistically your mind is in your body and it controls things on a conscious and subconscious level at all times. So that's my expression on the body. I hope that it's just brought in some light to just thinking about your thoughts not as something that, feel like there's importance in every thought that you have, and think of the outcome of every thought and where it's going to lead you. If it doesn't have a positive outcome, you might want to restructure some of your thinking. Try and be the guarder of your gate at the entry of your mind to only think positive things. Because all in all, it affects the whole system. Alright, so this is Max from A Better Universe. I hope you like that interpretation. I'll post some of the links down below in the video. I'll see you tomorrow.